The premise for a story is not copyrighted, but you don't want to copy a premise because you don't want readers to think they've read this story before, unless you do. Today's question about how to riff off a premise comes from another member of my Write Your Book Nook group, Tanya. So if you have more questions, of course you can leave them in the comments here, or you could join the Write Your Book Nook group. So what is a premise? So a premise is just the central concept of a story. So I like to think IMBD tagline, okay? So for the rest of this, I'm going to use a tagline and I'm going to use a riffed movie that's also riffed off that premise to explain to you how you can use at least 3 or 4 different areas to change up a premise so it doesn't feel like it's riffed. He's having the worst day of his life over and over. Can you guess what movie it is? Groundhog Day, right? Well, this past 2023 Christmas Hallmark movie season, Hallmark made a movie that's a riff on that premise, but it would have been saying she's having the worst Hanukkah of her life over and over, okay? So the movie is called Round and Round, and they changed up, the first thing you notice they changed up is the holiday, Groundhog's Day, Hanukkah, okay? They also have a female lead instead of a male lead. They've changed the setting, okay? They have also changed some of the underlying tropes. While Bill Murray's bad day, a lot of it centers around his business, her, in Round and Round, hers centers more around her family and, you guessed it, her love life, right? It's a Hallmark movie, so of course it's about romance. There were some career things as well, but they changed that trope. So it wasn't all about the work, it was about the other things. And they also changed up the conflict. So in Round and Round, a lot of the conflict comes from different family relationships. The boyfriend she wants to dump because he's not that great for her. The guy who she keeps running into over and over again, who she knows has some way to help her. There's a lot of different conflicts that are coming up for her that are different than what Bill Murray faced in the original Groundhog's Day. So this, I bet if you think about it, you'll find out, you'll think of other movies that have ripped off this riff of having the worst day and being stuck in that time loop. So you can name them in the comments. I'd love to see that. I hope that you will like this video, subscribe to this channel if you found this information helpful, and as always, write your story because everyone's story matters.